Good evening. Thank you, TEDx, for this space, and thank you, everyone, for being here. Today, we are talking about the power of ellipses. 3 dots at the end of sentence. That's all the ellipsis is. Not the ending, not the full stop, just a pause. In writing, 3 dots appear when the sentence hasn't finished yet, and something more is coming. In life, the ellipsis appears when something has ended and we don't know what happens next. This marks a space between who you were and who you are becoming. My name is Neeru Saini, and I want to share how my life moved forward, not in a straight line, but through these pauses. Generally, people are afraid of these pauses. It is human nature to resist change. But believe me, these pauses has the power to bring out best from within us. Sometimes we even don't know how much potential we are having unless thrown into the situation which forces us to step up to our best of the capacities. I was no exception. During my youth days at the age of 29, life paused me completely, or I thought so, when my husband was diagnosed with blood cancer. If you have ever heard that news, you must understand what happens. Everything else becomes secondary. I moved from being a homemaker to managing hospitals, treatments, emotions, all at once. And then, after the 4-year-long battle with cancer, my husband passed away. Overnight, my life changed. I became the only earning member and a single parent to my 2 daughters aged 4 and 10 then. There was no time to grieve or even think about myself. I had to keep things running: food, house, education. So I did. Looking back now, I realize there was a strength inside me I never knew existed. That space which I never asked for transformed a dependent, shy mother to an independent, responsible woman. Not because I planned it, because survival demanded it. The pause which I thought was breaking me actually was revealing me. Yes, indeed, the pause, ellipsis, has power. Another pause, midlife crisis, is felt by many, especially women, maybe because of menopause or aging or children moving away from their families to build their own career, their life. I experienced the same when my house became quiet. That emptiness turned into depression, hopelessness, helplessness, and worthlessness. There was a time I feared loneliness. But today I can tell you that if we decide, we can transform any ending into the beginning of new era. I tried. I started with meditation. I went back to my childhood days where I used to feel free, very, very alive with cycling, running and swimming, all these type of movements. I traveled, I trekked to mountains, snow and jungles. My solo bike ride to places like Kashmir and Rajasthan gave me wings. And it needed courage to break through all the stereotypes and begin on my own terms. This phase not only taught me to live again and explore my passions, my dreams, my talents, but also taught me the most profound life lesson of all. Me is not this body or this mind. Me is very powerful. It can heal this body and this mind if I uplift myself. And it applies to all of us. When COVID hit the world, movement stopped, trapped all alone in a very big house, and watching my daughter's wedding, which was planned for a month later, falling apart and all preparations going waste. But this time, it was like I knew the answer. I was prepared. I know what to do it. So, if you want, you can change your own life. If I couldn't go outside, I moved inside. I reached people differently. I picked up my camera. Not to make content, just to cope up. I danced. I shared my life, my fitness. Movements reflected back to me confidence, consistency, and joy. I was not chasing perfection, I was just chasing expression. And what began as survival became connection. Women wrote to me. Single mothers saw me sailing in the same boat. People of my age who thought it's too late to start connected and expressed that they moved again. So by continuing my own life, I was helping others continue their. Pauses don't silence you. Sometimes they can amplify you. Sometimes ellipses suddenly appear in your life when you are at your peak and stop whatever you are doing very passionately and very successfully, and you think everything has gone waste. But please believe me, nothing goes waste in this world. In my formative years, I was a national level basketball player and sprinter. I had to stop my sports for reasons. But today, I feel my sportsman spirit, learnt then, has played a very big role in never say die when thrown into tough situations. So please, never repent a pause. Just gather your experience with you, and you never know when that power will uplift you. What the pauses taught me. Every time life paused, I thought something has ended. It didn't. It just has changed its direction and speed. We think we need clarity and confidence to begin. But beginnings rarely arrive with confidence. Beginnings, they arrive with confusion, with doubt, and with new possibilities. The magic is not in knowing what comes next. The magic isn't trusting that there is a next. I don't stand here as someone who has planned this life. I stand here as someone who kept moving one step at a time, even through pauses. So if you are in a pause right now, between roles, between responsibilities, between your hardships, don't fear the uncertainty. Step into it with curiosity, step into it with courage, step into it knowing your next chapter may be the one you were always meant to write. Remember, we don't need all the answers. We just need to continue, and that's what the ellipses mean. Thank you.